What's up, folks? Today's going to be a pretty quick and simple one. What I'm doing, I'm mounting all of these scissor jacks onto the trailers. We do have these 4 corner jacks, and those are going to be fine if you just need to prop it up while you're building the house. But ultimately where it's going to sit, you're going to want a little more stability than that. We've elected to do, I think it's 11 jacks per trailer. We'll have 5 going down each side like you can see here. We'll have 1 in the center, in the back. And then the jack on our tongue is going to serve as that center jack up front. And what that's going to do, it's going to make you a lot more stable. Even with just these 4, you can get inside and you can kind of feel it moving around. They call it the trailer shake, but you can still feel that quite a bit. But with these jacks, once you get all those on there, you can see they're not evenly spaced. They're just spaced wherever it makes sense to get them not too close together where they're over redundant. But basically what these do, these come with, and I'll link these are just off of Amazon. They come with a pattern, and what you do, they have little stickers, so you can just sticker that pattern to the bottom of your trailer. It comes with your drill bits, it comes with your self-tapping bolts that will fix these. It actually comes with the socket for this guy, it comes with the socket for the bolts. But it includes pretty much everything you need. One thing that I'm doing a little bit differently, instead of just trying to force that, it's like a 3/8 bit, through the metal, I'm going through with a step bit first and opening up that hole. If you don't know, a step bit is kind of a conical drill bit that just steps a little bit bigger each time. It's a lot easier to do a hole in metal using that because you start off real small and then you can come through with your final drill bit size and just kind of clean those holes out. From there, you just stick your bolts in and you're good to go. To take it a little bit further, I don't want to give you too much advice because this is just what we're doing. We don't have any sort of code or inspection or anything around it. We're going to go up to the site and pour a pier under where each of these is going to sit. So we've got a nice solid concrete pier for that to sit on. Then we're going to take mobile home anchors, which is basically a big screw anchor that you put down into the ground, and run those with cables to the trailer. That's going to hold it down. Your jacks are going to level it. So those mobile home anchors will hold that down. It's going to lock everything in place where your jacks aren't going to have any play or anything like that, and it should be a really solid foundation. That's about it. I'll try to get some shots of drilling these things, but honestly, it's pretty simple. You drill to your pattern. We don't have enough metal under there to utilize the whole pattern. What we've got, our exterior joist member comes to about here, and the interior runs along here. All we can do is get these 4 bolts in there, the 4 corners, and that's going to be plenty. Like I said, you don't need a lot of force, really just enough to hold the jack in place, because once it's underweight, it's going to be held in place anyways, and then your anchors are going to be pulling downward. Once they're all set up in place and you've got it all level and it's actually sitting on the jacks, those bolts really aren't doing much other than keeping it from shifting. So they don't need an incredibly strong hold. And it looks like to me that 4 bolts is going to be enough. That's what we're going to do to keep from having to make any custom brackets or anything like that. I will cut to some video of installing one of these bad boys, and we'll see you next time. This will be a quick and easy one, like I said. As you can see here, we've got our sticker pattern stuck to it. This foam insulation comes down a little bit, so we did have to fold that in. You can kind of see the folds there. What I'm gonna do is just move those holes outwards just a hair, because if you think about it, when you fold that sticker down, it's actually putting these holes closer together. You've got enough of play where it's not a big issue, but I'm gonna try to center these just a little bit off center outward to account for that there. I did put a jack over on the last one and push this foam up because it does have a little bit of give, and once we attach the jack, it's gonna suck that down. But like I said, you've got enough play in your tolerances with your bolts and your mounting holes that it's probably not going to be a big deal. I'll show you what we're working with here. This is that step bit that I was talking about. You can see it starts with a little bitty hole and just steps up bigger each time. You can get these anywhere. If you've got a metal punch, it's probably a good idea to locate these. Makes this part just a tad easier. But I just kind of try to hold plenty of force and go slow till I have enough of a divot there that it's not going to travel on me. Wear your gloves, wear your safety glasses, all that good stuff. Don't do what I do. So I'll take that up just to a little bit shy of the diameter of my final drill bit, and then I'll come through and clean those up. So we'll just swap over to our regular drill bit, clean these up. When you're mounting these things up, I found it's a lot easier just to raise your jack from the ground. This one's actually a little bit too short than it needs to be in the current place that it's sitting, but kind of get that close to your pattern, raise it up. That way you don't have to physically hold this up while you're trying to put your bolts in there if you're working by yourself. So you just take your driver and drive these bolts in. You just want to be careful not to over torque and strip anything out. As long as you get a good snug fit, that's all you're looking for. Again, these bolts really only function to hold the jack in place and keep it from falling to the ground. They don't need to be a whole lot stronger than that. So I don't know of any specific torque or anything like that. Just run them up snug and tight, but don't over tighten and strip them out. There you have it, folks. Pretty simple one this time. These jacks are 6,000 pounds each. This is Miss Daisy. She's keeping me company today, but not a whole lot going on. Come on in here, booger. Y'all have a good day. I will give you a cost update, and we'll keep on rolling. We've got our siding ordered, and we're not too far from moving these things up the mountain.